Yeah, it's Neil here. Just a quick video on the Bridgesew 640. I'll go through some of the threading and how the screen works and give you a little general idea of what's going on. First off, we're going to start up here with our thread. Just loop around, catch the first hole, skip the second, go into the third. Same as this one. I'm just going to loop around through like that. Around here. All this part is for when you cut your thread, it determines your length of your thread cut. So all this tension here is for. Let me catch that one through this guide, up through the take-up lever, there, catch that one there, and you get two holes down by your needle. I just usually pick this second one down. You don't have to go through both of them. And of course you're going to thread from left to right. Okay. And your needle has a long groove on one side, cutaway on the other. Cutaway always goes to your right. You always thread from left to right. My bobbin, I'm going to drop it in. Doesn't really matter which way you drop it in. Catch the groove, a little tug, get behind the spring. You're going to stick your bobbin case in, so you're looking up in this area here, into the bobbin case base, and give it a snap. Okay, next I'm going to thread up our bobbin. I've got another spool of thread so we can be filling the bobbin while we're sewing. Through there, go down around this groove, the tension assembly, and through the other hole towards my bobbin. I'm trying to see the holes tonight. Stick it up through the bobbin. And snap it. It's ready to go. Okay, from here I'm going to pick up my bottom thread. Ready to sew. Palmer everything out. Put it to the side. My plate. Now, this machine has two different areas you can reverse. You've got your reverse lever here. It's an automatic back tack at the moment. We'll go over this in a sec. Start out. I can either push my reverse lever for reverse, or I can get both hands here. You reach up to the button here. This is your stitches per inch. This machine has a very long stitch length. About 3.5 stitches per inch. Now, going back to our control panel here, you'll notice the A, B, D, C over here on the left hand side of the top. A, B is the start of my back tack. DC is the finish of the back tack. When you've finished sewing what you wanted to sew, you'll heel back on the pedal. It'll automatically back tack whatever you've got programmed in these stitches here. So if I want just a double back tack, what we're going to get here is 3 stitches each, unless I increase it. Now it's 5 stitches, and when I go to sew, it's going to sew the double back tack, 5 stitches, and it's going to sew all day long until I heel back on my pedal instead of pushing down forward. And when I heel back, do the 5 stitches and cut the thread. Say you want your speed right now is quite fast. If I wanted to slow that down, I either push on this button, which is 1300 stitches per minute right now. I'm going to go down to say 600 stitches per minute. That's wider. If I want to speed it up, push on the up arrow. 1100 stitches per minute. You go up to about 2500, but I keep it in this range here around say 413 to 1500. Okay. So you don't want a back tack. Each of these buttons, if I push it again, you're going to get a triple back tack at the start of the back tack. If I push it again, it'll take everything out. So there'll be no back tack at the start of sewing. I'm going to do the same with the finish back tack. And that takes everything out. There's no back tack involved here now. Just going to start sewing straight ahead. You want to do your own back tack manually. And if I want to add a back tack, once I've finished the cycle and it's cut its thread, then I can add a back tack to it, normally a double. That's the start. And that's the finish of the back tack here. Now this button here is just an auto back tack only. It's not going to do any sewing forward at all. If I hit that, it brings this up. Okay, takes everything, all the other back tacks out. So when it's showing A, B, D, D, so that's 3. So let's increase this to 4, 4, say 4, 4, and 4. It's going to do that 3 times automatically and then cut. It's for if you're doing a job of back tacking short little stitches, say belt loops, that type of thing, and you just want a quick back tack, that's where that comes in handy. And to take that off, of course, you're going to go back to the dotted line, which is continuous sew, and once I hit the dotted line, it'll go back to where we were previously. Now, notice the P and the S. First, this one button here is just your needle position. I'm sewing along. Each time I stop, the needle's going to be down. If I wanted the needle up, just hit the button. I continue to sew. Now, if I want to go into P and change the speed of my back tack, I've slowed it right down. So each one is exactly the same. But if you want to speed that back tack up or slow it down some more, you hit P, which brings up a perimeter. P01 is speed, you don't need to worry about that. Let's increase this. P04 would be the start of my back tack. Press S to find out how fast it's going right now. It's 500, so if I increase that to 900, say, it's going to be a little bit faster at the start of the back tack. Hit S to save, and then I would go back into P again. P05 is the end of the back tack, and this would be in the little instruction book you get in the box. P05 is the end of the back tack. Hit S to find out how fast it's going right now, and increase that to 7. Hit S, and now when I back tack, it's going to be a little bit faster. And when I heel back on the pedal, it's a little bit faster speed. But I keep it down, especially in heavier material. I'll go back to that's the finish of the back tack of the last one. I'm going to hit S. I'm going to slow that back down to say 400. Push S to save. Hit P again. Brings the P-04 on the perimeter back. That's the start of the back tack. Hit S. Find out how fast it is. And go back down. Say 400. Hit S to save. And then it slows it down. Turn it around again. Finish the back tack. Okay, and that's your back tack. Okay, a little bit about tensions. I've got some drag on my bobbin case. As long as you feel a drag on there, let's adjust it with this screw here. You don't want it real tight, you don't want it real loose. Just a certain amount of drag. I usually just have it just so it doesn't want to fall unless I shake it. Okay, I'm going to put that back in. Cut the thread off here. Pick it up. And so you want to adjust your tension. Material underneath there. When something's happened that your tensions aren't quite looking right, this is what's going to happen when it gets too loose. You'll notice it's kind of laying on the bottom a little bit. You can see the white sticking down through, but nothing coming up the top. or it could even be worse. Now it's real bad, and the further I come out, the looser I get the tension, the more loops I'm going to have underneath. And that tells you, especially when you get two different color threads, you can tell what's going on. You want to increase the top tension, pull those knots up. So I'm just going to wind that up 2 or 3 different times until I'm satisfied. And you see it's starting to draw it up. If you get it too tight, it'll either break the thread every time gathering. Break the thread. Make a wire out of me. It still looks good, but yeah, that's pretty good right there. As long as it's not puckering. If it gets too tight, you're going to start seeing puckers, especially on a lighter material. Thanks for watching. I hope you understand a little bit about what's going on here and on the Bridgesew 640, and I'll have a future video on maybe some timing and some mechanical adjustments just to help you keep on going.